This is the Morning Breach with Scott Davis. The month of August has just ended, and hopefully you can celebrate another successful month without a data breach to report or ransomware to clean up. But let's take a look back at the month of August at some of the changes in compliance requirements across the globe and some of those cyber attacks. First, there are some changes happening on the compliance side. I think they're going to be every month. But let's start with China's legislature, which has recently enacted a civil code, which will take effect on January 1st, 2021, which extends existing privacy laws in relation to information protection, cybersecurity law, and consumer rights. Most importantly, the civil code provides a clear basis for individuals to take legal action in relation to breaches of their privacy rights. Without a veto from the Brazilian president, Brazil's new data protection law, the LGPD, takes effect on September 16th of 2020, or 15 days from today. But most importantly, it appears the US-EU Privacy Shield is now dead. A recent ECJ Court of Justice of the European Union has recently ruled that the current data transfer agreement between the United States and the European Union did not provide adequate protections for the data of EU citizens when such data is transferred to the United States. Now, this is the second time this agreement has found itself needing a redo. This is a big deal because still today, there is no comprehensive federal statutory approach in the United States to the privacy of personal data. Instead, each state has had to create their own legislation to protect the consumers of those states, i.e. the CCPA or the New York Shield Act. The European Union, on the other hand, has the GDPR to protect all of the European citizens. Simply put, the EU and US took different approaches to personal data privacy, and this has caused problems in the personal data flow of that personal information. So if you're doing business with citizens or other businesses in the EU, you should dig into this ruling. Recently, I recorded an episode of The Morning Breach that asks the question, when is ransomware a reportable data breach? Well, just like last month, ransomware continues to score major victories for the ransomware gangs and their cyber criminals. The University of Utah, Haywood County Schools in North Carolina, Selma Unified School District, Regis University in Denver, Canada's Royal Military Colleges, and many other educational providers have reported ransomware-related cyber attacks as schools prepare to welcome their students back to campus or online. In some of these cases, start dates were actually pushed back to allow IT teams time to clean the network before the students returned. Outside of education, Carnival Cruise Lines, Konica Minolta, Cook County, Texas, Canpar Express, Brown-Forman, the maker of Jack Daniels, and many more have also reported ransomware attacks or data breaches throughout the month of August. I could report on this every day, and new breaches are reported every day. What you typically don't find in the news are the small and medium-sized businesses that often are successful at paying the ransom and moving on without any disclosure. The biggest issue that leads to that, like I discussed earlier, is the fact that there is no federal level legislation outlining how businesses and organizations must protect consumer data, or when they have to report a data breach has even occurred. Leaving this up to the states gives businesses 50 different standards they may have to follow if they're doing business in every state. And trust me, it's confusing. The data from data breaches leave the state boundaries, and most of the times, even the boundary of the United States. It needs to be a federal legislative item, and not just up to the states. But sadly, I don't see any action federally soon. So what can you do as a business owner, or even just as a consumer trying to protect your own data? In the new world of extortionware, where ransomware forces you to pay either to restore the files or stop the cyber criminals from releasing your data, we can't just count on the backups anymore. With anything, you have to have a plan. You need to identify the tools and services that you want to protect your data. And I see more and more businesses with their internal IT staffs are looking at co-managed IT services that can bring their knowledge and security tools in to strengthen the business network as a whole. And that is something to strongly consider. Now, if you want to tackle this internally, you have to start with end user cybersecurity training. Then I recommend an audit of your existing stack and then a penetration test to find the weaknesses. Compare the many options available to you to close those security holes that are found through that pen test. Now, October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Let's make September count and make it a goal to improve your security posture before October 1st. If you've learned something new by watching this, please take a few seconds, like, comment, and or share the video. If you want to see more episodes of The Morning Breach or find useful resources in helping you secure your organization, please visit themorningbreach.com. Thanks for watching.